It is at least a month the Gambia has been experiencing shortage of cement and a subsequent increase of the price of a bag of cement from $280 in 2020 to $400 at some locations within the Greater Banjul area as of 4th April 2021. The increase in the cost of essential commodity is entirely blamed on the shortage according to various players who make a living from works related to the sale and use of it. The scarcity which led to the price hike affects scores of people from different walks of life, ranging from cement vendors, contractors, vendors of building materials, carpenters to masons, among others. Kerr Fatou gauged the opinions of the various players in the cement business as to the cause of the shortage and subsequent price hike. Nasiru Jahate, a cement vendor, explains how the shortage and cement price hike are affecting his business.
dama fi daan wàccee i 500 bag 600 bag si kaw waaye mun naa la wax 2 months mu ngi nii mënuma am ciment si suba si nii laata ngeen di ñëw dem naa pour uti ciment waaye balaa may dem sax dañ ma mujj a wax ne ma ciment amut fu nekk nii ba next month man fi may amee ciment jàppale suñ bopp ñun tooguñ xaar nguur si dara wala leneen ak leneen ñun ay xale lañ mun naa la wax ay yong lañ nekk 25 something yaa ma gën a xam ñu ngi travailler pour jéem pour mun a liggéeyal suñu bopp pour mun a jéem a defal suñu bopp comprendre nga léegi ñun tooguñ di xaar government si dara léegi ñun suñ business su bopp lañ am di ko jéem a régler léegi tey ni tey su fekkee yow assez young yow yaa ngi toog di business ñëpp xam nañ la fu nekk nii mun naa la wax ne la su ma la wonoon suma contacts yi da ngay jombi si suba ba tey how many clients yoo xam ne man maa leen di supply ciment maa ngi liggéey ñu ngi soxla ciment mënuñoo am ciment because do you know why ciment bi mu ngi manqué si dëkk bi.
Dame Touré, proprietor J Memorial Trading Enterprise, dealer in property development, construction and sale of cement, says it is affecting him because it delays their work.
nu ma la ko waxee rek because ciment moo dee samp su ciment amul samp du mun a am tu samp amul ñun si bois si liggéey bi dootu mun a teel doon because liggéey yëpp a ngi taxaw te du moment yaa ngi amee contrat bi for exemple soo ko waroon a def si 2 years du moment mu ngi am breakdown daf laa yóbbu 3 years te du moom mu ngi yàgg rek mu ngi laa cost more money te at the end of the day mun nga am problème sax si contrat bi because yow sa estimation moo doon 2 years contrat bi dafa finish waaye juutoo breakdown yu may def stoppage yu may def ni dina dem ba 3 years to 4 years da ngaa ci fa loolu dafa exhaust budget bi lu nga union pour dépasse si contrat bi su doon faire for exemple 1 million la di moom mu ngeen dem rek mun nga spend 1 million plus te loolu fekk budget lonkoon su boobaa mun ngaa fail si sa project bi soo failee na at the end of the day yow ak sa client bi mun ngeen am problème soo yii yëpp daf dee issue problème si diggante contractor bi ak client am bi so da ngaa cëppal lii dafa affect ñun contractor si bu baax a baax daf ñuy affect bu baax because dama ngeen delay sin business bi comme nu ma la ko waxee moment business baa ngeen delay rek mu la cost.
Others affected by the status quo include property owners building houses for dwelling. A property owner, Asa Damfa, bought 50 bags of cement for the construction of his house during the shortage. He tells how that has cost him much money than before.
Na fo cement nga mun soro walo 50 bags ko fan soro akoliata bake because ngo soro 300 each per bag. So kabri ngo soto o kolaje aftan kata yayo lan kata jaban silolto den serakunda even nga cemento ja ni moto ba ja ni cemento bi tan ka bulano ma pour c'est opportunity soto no nyami pour nga fango soto nga cemento sanne do nga 100 bags sanne 320 nga another 100 bags sanne 325 nga 200 bags sanne 385. So 325 nga san 300 le nga 320 sanne nga 325 sanne nga 385 sanne including fair kanat no compound kato ni ya jibe cemento la normal price ani mba sanka munna ni yol bondi nyoto ko do mumbe tulebulu obe dunno la ku do kuntole pour abe nafa kala nyami.
After construction works have stopped on a larger scale and professionals cry the pain and fear of lack of income, how would that translate to the nation's economy? Economics and university lecturer Dr. Mamadou Mustafa Fane offers.
Of an effect on the contractor, and it's going to be have a spillover effect on the employees or those who are employed by them, and that's affect the economy in another way by affecting unemployment in the Gambia. If you are a contractor, as you said, and I already agree with you that I'm going to build a house for you and you're going to pay maybe $2 million to build this house. And that was based on the cost at that time, that is going to cost you this much when you do your budgeting. But that's why it's always good to do that. Like when you budget, you also try to have those contingencies allowance that are also put in there as well. You don't just like budget like the way we budget. We don't factor those things. There are things that can come in. It affects your planning. Like the corona affects a lot of things. Construction, like the cement price change affects a lot of things too. Not only cement, there are other things that also will change that can affect your total cost as a contractor. So as I said, having the contingency will help offset that, but it's also difficult when that is not factored. So in that case, you'll have to, whatever, how am I going to deal with this when the price of cement is now increasing, it's escalating. That means your cost that you budgeted for earlier will now shoot up, and that's going to affect your scope, or the time you're going to finish this work now is going to increase. You have what they call the iron triangle in project management, that if say the cost is going to go up, now that means now you will need more time or more money to finish this job. I'm the one who gave you the contract, now I have to bring in more money, or we have to sit down and renegotiate the contract with the contractor. These are all options that we all know that cement prices are going up. They can renegotiate with the beneficiaries and see what do we do now, considering the fact that the price of cement that I gave you earlier was 300 and something, but now it's coming up to 4. We have to sit down and renegotiate. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. We can renegotiate the contract. It's possible that we can do that. Otherwise, we'll have to do something on that. But as a contractor now, if those things do happen, what's going to happen now is that you'll end up not working. That means you have to start laying off some of your workers, or maybe some of the daily paid workers, they cannot come to work anymore. So that means what's going to happen to unemployment? People will not get jobs now. So that's going to affect the economy. Some of these young ones who are in the industry now, you have to sit at home, who is to rely on daily paid to take care of their families. So it's going to affect the economy in that sense.
Dr. Fane also states that the situation could create unemployment, as it will affect the construction industry, which will have a huge negative impact on the country's economy.
Unemployment, basically, these are people who don't have jobs. They've been looking for jobs for a while. But most of those people in the industry, these are mostly daily paid workers. They rely on something every day to take care of the family. If those people are not getting anything now, or they used to go to work, now they cannot go anymore, definitely that has that trickle-down effect on the economy. If I'm a construction worker, or I'm a laborer there, I don't have a job now, what am I going to do with my family? So that affects the economy. It depends on how many of them are in the industry, but I feel it's a very big number in the Gambia because it's a booming industry. If you look at construction numbers contributing to GDP in construction, it's been very high in the Gambia. We all see that around in the Gambia. There are so many construction going around. You have the bridge, the buildings that are building. There are so many of them happening in the Gambia. So it's a big industry that if it is affected, the workers in the industry will also be affected, and that's how it affects the whole economy as well. So that impact on the economy is going to be huge. So I think we need to really address that as a country. How can we address that as a country? I think there are some institutions that are responsible for looking at those problems, like the Competition Commission. They are responsible for looking at these issues in terms of competition in the Gambia, to know whether they are hoarding or not. Hoarding is illegal in the Gambia. If somebody is doing that, they're liable to go to jail or be fined for hoarding their goods. It's not good. It's anti-competitive. It is something that they can look into as a government and see what is the problem. This is not the first time. It's not the first time price hikes are coming on, but they need to really intervene and see what's the cause of this, who is doing it, and see how we can solve the problem.
Dr. Fane also explains how the shortage will affect shops that are selling building materials.
The cement industry is not like cement alone, or even when it comes to construction, it's a whole package. When it comes to construction, you have the carpenters will be involved in like making the ceiling. You have it's a whole package. So all of those in the industry, the carpenters, those who's going to do let's say the foundation and stuff. Sorry, the designing how do you call it again? I cannot remember again. Those who doing the foundation, for example, doing the roofing. These are all different types of specialties. Talk about the carpenters are there. They're involved in the construction business. You have those who will be fixing the windows and stuff. There are so many people involved in the industry. It's not only those buildings, but there are so many others involved in it. So it's a whole package that will be affected by this cement hike. So it has that trickle-down effect on the industry. So if cement price is affected, it's going to affect a lot of other people who are into the industry. Like you go to Gimpex, they sell a lot of things that are related to construction. If there is no cement, or cement price is very high, it's going to affect the other things in the industry. If your price of cement is very high, you will not buy cement, you also will not buy other things. These are what we call complementary goods in economics. They are complements. If you buy cement, you will tend to buy sand, you will tend to buy maybe other things that are all joined together, or you need them to build a house. If I'm into selling cement and price of cement goes up, it's going to affect those who's working in the industry as well. If you go to Jimpex, it's going to be that type of story at Jimpex now, because cement price is going up. Other goods that are being sold at Jimpex will also be affected as well. Because you don't buy cement alone. You buy cement with other things. You buy cement with let's say, with corrugate. You buy cement with sand. You buy cement with nails, and all of those things, they come together as a package. But if one of them is affected, that means all of the lot will be affected, because cement is a very key ingredient when it comes to construction.
The Gambia has no manufacturing company. All the cement used in the country is imported by small and medium-sized enterprises, and companies import the product. According to the findings of the Gambia Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, GCCPC, some of the factors influencing the high cost of cement are that none of the cement factories imported it from 26th of February to the 25th of March 2021, as per the Gambia Revenue Authority's declaration. The findings further stated that a cement factory which controls about 40% of the market had a 2 weeks breakdown in February 2021. Reporting for Kerr, Fatou, I am Landin Cisse.